public speaking training when it comes to dealing with pause fillers. Now first, what exactly are pause fillers? Pause fillers, they are fillers in which we include in our presentation or in our conversation with someone else because the mind is trying to think of what to say next, and while waiting for the rate of thinking to play catch up with the rate of speaking, because we speak perhaps very fast, then that particular gap, we sometimes fill it with either moments of silence or we fill it with pause fillers. Now, before we talk about some of the ways that you can deal with, perhaps reduce pause fillers to minimize the use of pause fillers, let's first understand what are the different types of pause fillers available. So the first type of pause fillers at the base of the pyramid, we call this the pause filler pyramid, something that over the years I've observed and crystallized. At the base of the pyramid, we call it non-words. So what exactly are non-words? Non-words will be things like you can't find in the English dictionary, but yet you still add it in your presentation, and sometimes it can get quite annoying if you use it excessively. Things like yeah, these are pause fillers where they are not exactly words that you find in the English dictionary, so they don't quite alter the meaning of that sentence or that phrase. However, if you use it for more than about 4 to 5 times per minute, it may tend to be the source of distraction. Why? Because the audience then tend to bring their attention to that. Anything that drives the audience attention away from your main message, we call that a source of distraction. It could be an external stimulus, something that fell from the tree. It could be the mobile phone of someone in the audience, it starts to ring, right? All these are external stimuli, which could potentially distract your audience. And sometimes we create that stimuli to get the audience to get distracted all of a sudden. Body language leakages, for instance, pause fillers, a major one. Now the next rung of the pyramid, you have words. Words that you find in English dictionary, but they are mostly connectors. Pause fillers like and, then, so, the. These are pause fillers. And of course, at the top, these are words that you find in English dictionary, and they are not just connectors. On its own, it carries meaning. For example, actually, for example, ladies and gentlemen, for example, already. So these are words that we try to avoid. Now, are we asking you to go for no pause fillers at all? Not quite possible. If you take a look at a public speaking trainer who has to conduct a workshop, half day, 1 day, 2 days, let's take just even a half day workshop. It's 3 to 3.5 hours. Is it possible to speak for 3 to 3.5 hours without the use of a single pause filler? Answer is no. You would definitely still use pause fillers. What we want to strive for is not 0, but we try and strive for about 2 to 3 pause fillers in a minute. So you do the multiplication accordingly. Question, how do you reduce the use of pause fillers then? Here are 2 tips I want to share with you. Number 1, it's simply slowing down. The moment you slow down, you find that the usage of pause fillers, you will slow down the number of pause fillers you will use. Why? Because as I mentioned earlier, the rate of speaking is traveling like this and the rate of thinking is here. There's a little bit of gap. So the moment you start slowing down, you allow the rate of thinking to catch up, and you find that you won't really need to use pause fillers like sort of, so, and then. Actually, you can eliminate or you can reduce them. Second tip is immediate awareness. That means you need to have a friend, perhaps, to sit right at the end of the room to hold up a piece of paper that says pause fillers. Now, for me, I find that exercise to be very helpful. Why? Because previously when I was practicing to slow down my speaking pace, to not go too fast, I had my friend to sit right at the back of the room to hold up a piece of paper that says slow down. Why? Because by the end of your speech, if someone tells you, hey, you have to slow down a little bit, you'll be like, oh, okay, but exactly where and which part of my speech? You need to have your body register that as a muscle memory. So what you want to do is, the next time you hear a friend, or maybe your friend hears you, use a pause filler excessively, then at the point of time of usage, hold up the placard or hold up the piece of paper that says pause fillers, and you bring immediate awareness to yourself. You're the speaker, it brings immediate awareness to you, and you automatically slow down and you automatically reduce the use of pause fillers. And you find that to be very, I find it to be effective, and my clients find that to be very effective, and so will you as well. So make use of these strategies, and I look forward to hearing from you how these strategies work for you. Take care.